Here we go. Good morning, IHSA football family. It is breakfast with Coach Big Pete, episode 4, week 4. Chaos. We have IHSA football chaos, everyone. It is absolutely crazy. I want to show you one thing. This is my book, my preseason book, where I've had the names and some of the stats from last season and some of my projections. This is my book from last year. Not for this year, but about last year, and my projections for some of the conferences and teams to look out for. Look at the book. This is the book. That goes in the trash. We got IHSA football chaos in the bigger schools. The smaller schools, not so much. We know what we got in the smaller schools. So let's get down to business. Let's first do introductions. If you don't know me, my name is Peter Lineweber, a.k.a. Coach Big Pete of DeepDishFootball.com. Make sure you visit DeepDishFootball.com. Follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is CoachBigPete@gmail.com. Again, September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. I'm not taking any tips. I'm not taking any donations. If you like my work, if you hate my work, if you hate my guts, please send a donation to St. Jude's Children's Hospital and teach me a lesson. Please. If you're interested, please send a donation or a tip to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, or just take a look. They do a wonderful job. As September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, they do a wonderful job. They help out families in need, especially with bills, helping with the treatment of their kids. Please check out St. Jude's Children's Hospital. I beg of you, please. If you like my work, feel free to leave a tip or a donation. I'm not taking any tips or donations. I had to turn down 2 donations this past week. I'm not taking anything. Please send it to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, or send it to any charity that is a responsible charity that helps out with pediatric cancer, childhood cancer. Please, I beg of you. Again, that's the reason why you see the gold ribbon in that. All right, so we have week 4. Let's get down to some business. And again, follow Coach Big Pete, Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. My email is CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. And again, players, coaches, parents, fans, yada, 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 yada. I need those big stats, those big game stats for my Sunday conclusion article on Sunday. So please, DM me any big stats. Email me any big stats. Again, CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. Let me know if you had a big stat so I can put on the Sunday conclusion. It's viewed by everyone, college coaches and everything else. And Tuesday, I need all of your huddles as I complete my scouting notes to college coaches as well. And again, make sure you also follow me and my co-host's show, DuPage Run and Shoot Show, on Twitter and Facebook. It's DuPage Run and Shoot with my co-host, Patrick Codo. He does a wonderful job. Every episode comes out Thursday as we talk DuPage County football and IHSA football. So let's begin. And we start, first of all, the Deep Dish Football Coach of the Night, Pumpkin Spice Donut Award-winning Coach of the Night. Homewood Flossmoor. Homewood Flossmoor beats Lockport. Terrell Alexander, Homewood Flossmoor coach, gets the Coach of the Night. Well-deserved on a big win against the former state champions, Lockport. Congratulations to Coach Alexander. Congratulations to the whole Homewood Flossmoor team. It is well-deserved. Next, and this is the second time in history of Deep Dish Football. It's been a long time. Josh Holst of Marengo is your Deep Dish Football Player of the Night for Week 4, 2022. 8 touchdowns. Marengo with Josh Holst. Congratulations, sir. 4 running, 4 thrown. Congratulations. Well-deserved. Deep dish football game of the night. York 24, DGN 17 in overtime. Congratulations to York on a big win. DGN, you're still a tough-ass team, and you're going to be in the playoffs, no doubt about that. But saw a little bit of the sophomore game. Had to leave after the first quarter. Yeah, I know this year's been a crazy year. But their linebacker, and thank you to Coach G of York, gave me some of his stats. He's the player of the night. I put it down. I tweeted it. I Facebooked put it down. But I forgot to put the name down here. But he's a hell of a player. Keep an eye out for him. Yeah. All right. Belay Brummel, and these are honorable mention for player of the night. Belay Brummel, Wheaton Academy, had 6 touchdowns. Congratulations to Belay Brummel. He is having a hell of a year. Wheaton Academy is on fire. Colin Hayes, Bloomington Central Catholic, 5 touchdowns. Colin Hayes, 5 touchdowns, Bloomington Central Catholic. Star quarterback for the class of 2024, and is going to be huge recruit these coming months. Darmarian Elston out of Glenbar North, 6 touchdowns. Running back, congratulations to you, sir. Well deserved. Big shout out to you, man. Wyatt Boehm, 6 touchdowns. Mamahood Seymour over Lincoln. Congratulations to Wyatt Boehm of Mamahood Seymour. Well deserved too. Congratulations to you, sir. Let's get to some of the early headlines. And early headlines are Lyle wins over Streeter. Big win for Lyle. Was a must-need win against the tough Streeter team. Providence Catholic almost upsets Julia Catholic, but Julia Catholic ends up winning that game. Congratulations to them. And a big shout out to Providence Catholic. They're looking really good. And again, they're going to be a program in these coming years. Neuqua Valley upsets Naperville North. Why? Why do you do this to me, Naperville schools? I'm going to do this right. I'm going to say this right now. All you Naperville schools got to get together, have a conference, and decide which school is going to be good for 1 year, and then the next year decide another school. You guys are killing me right now, you Naperville schools. It's a joke, by the way. And again, it's pure chaos. It's craziness, and I love it. I love a football parody, and it's awesome. But again, big shout to Neuqua Valley Coach Ellinghouse. Well-deserved win. He came in second for the Pumpkin Spice Donut Award winner. But a big win over the tight end that is Naperville North. Neuqua Valley. And they had a tough loss 2 weeks ago against Wheaton Warrenville South. So, geez, we're talking about some crazy football times. Sacred Heart Griffin does a running clock on Jacksonville. Sacred Heart Griffin on fire. Tie lot, unbelievable. Can anyone stop this Sacred Heart Griffin team? And when we get to Sacred Heart Griffin versus Glenwood, that's going to be a big game. But Sacred Heart Griffin, that's a grown man team right there. That's a grown man team, no doubt about that. O'Fallon comes back and beats Edwardsville. O'Fallon Panthers. Wow. And O'Fallon had that big first game win against Normal. O'Fallon's looking great. Edwardsville looks good, too. I'm telling you right now, some of these Southern Illinois big schools, they're kicking ass. So don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on them at all. Prospect beats Maine South on Thursday night. Congratulations to Prospect on a big win over Maine South. Big Thursday game, and Prospect coach Dan DeBuff, well deserved. Glenbrook South wins over Palatine. Unbelievable. Glenbrook South is undefeated right now. Palatine gets their first loss. Congratulations to Glenbrook South. St. Lawrence. I repeat this again. St. Lawrence beats Montini. Why you gotta do this to me? I thought you guys were getting better. I thought this wasn't gonna be the last season's Montini. Come on, Montini. And St. Lawrence, big shout to you, Coach Neeson, well deserved. But wow, this is pure craziness right now. And the big small school win, unbelievable. Dakota beats Forest in NUIC. Shout to Kyle Camper. Make sure you follow NUIC Fanatics and NUIC. Unbelievable. Dakota beats Forston. I know Kyle's happy as hell. Former Dakota graduate, but congratulations, Dakota, as they beat Forston. Big shout out to them. All right, let's go into the games of the week. Mount Carmel absolutely blast Marist. That score was absolutely surprising. I couldn't believe it. Mount Carmel, Blaine Dowling had over 4 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. Darrington, he had an unbelievable game. Mount Carmel absolutely beats the brakes off of Marist. Loyola versus Brother Rice is a Saturday game. Stillman Valley beats Dixon. Stillman Valley now is lone in a leader in the Big Northern Conference as Bryan beats Genoa Kingston. Congratulations to Bryan. Flora versus Fairfield is Saturday. Richmond Burton versus Normal West is Saturday. Peoria Lions are looking good. Coach Thornton's got those guys looking good. They got a good young quarterback as well. Peoria beats Normal Community High School. Congratulations to the Lions. East Elton Wood River beats Salem in a big win for them. They remain undefeated. Congratulations. Niles Notre Dame beats Nazareth. Woo! Nazareth, next week's going to be a big challenge. They got to get that win. Carmel beats St. Viator. Carmel Corsairs are undefeated still. 4-0. Congratulations to Carmel on a big win over a St. Viator team that was a 3-0, now they're 3-1. Carmel deserves a lot of respect up in Wonderloin. Big shout out to Coach McKee and what he's done. I visited them in the summer in July. June. Well, just unbelievable. He's working wonders, and Carmel's got a good shot at the playoffs this year. They got a good shot at doing some damage too. St. Ignatius beats Marmion Academy. I don't think that was much of a surprise there. Shelbyville beats Tuscola big time. The Shelbyville Rams. I'm telling you this right now. Don't sleep on them. And they have an explosive offense. Fast wide receivers. Keep an eye out for that. St. Charles North beats Wheaton North. I repeat that again. St. Charles North beats Wheaton North. St. Charles North beats Wheaton North. You talk about just pure craziness in that Duquesne Conference. From last year now to this year, bouncing back. And now Geneva. If I'm not mistaken, Geneva's the number 1 team in the Duquesne Conference, the Vikings. The Vikings are the number 1 team in the conference. Big shout out to them. But wow. Absolutely shocking. Coach Pomzak, that St. Charles North football team, they deserve all the respect in the world. When it looked really bad after that first week, they've bounced back. Big shout out. I'm sorry, it was the second week when they lost to Warrenville South. Big shout out to St. Charles North on that big win. Geneva beats St. Charles North. Geneva beats Geneva beats Warrenville South in a pretty good fashion. Glenbar North beats St. Charles East. Batavia absolutely blanks Lake Park. Neuqua Valley beats Naperville North. You're killing me right now, Naperville schools. Big shout to Patrick Codo, by the way. He's laughing his ass off of me right now. Wilmington beats Peatone. Congratulations to Wilmington. Peatone fought for all their hearts. Again, Peatone's a good school. They got a big game next week at Peatone versus Reed Custer. Huge game. Coach Taldy's going to get his kids ready. This Reed Custer team is looking unbelievable. They absolutely crushed Mantino. Wilmington is... I do not see a team. I see only one team challenging Wilmington in that conference, and again, it's going to be Reed Custer, and that's in a couple weeks. So, big shout out to Wilmington, big game. Mercer County beats Abingdon Avon, huge. Congratulations to Mercer County. The Pekin Dragons crush Washington. Congratulations to the Pekin Dragons. Grays Lake North beats their rivals. Grays Lake Central. Grays Lake North is now undefeated. Grays Lake Central gets their first loss of the season. Macomb absolutely blanks Hancock. Centralia beats Carbondale. Big shout out to the Orphans football. Richards is looking good. Richards beats Evergreen Park. Shout out to Richards football. Coach Sheehan. Bradley Bourbonnais gets the big win over Lincoln Way West. And Bradley Bourbonnais, again, huge propel moment to them. Bradley Bourbonnais could be a serious dark horse when we get into the playoffs. And again, like I said, this game for some weird reason, it's always Bradley Bourbonnais and Lincoln Wayne West is always a ladder to what we see in the future. And Bradley Bourbonnais is that team for this year. Lions beats OPRF. Lions football riding high. Again, Lions in York are more the two serious teams in that division. I think DGN knocks down to the second tier, but I think DGN is going to be good in the playoffs. They just got to work on a few things, and I think, again, York is unbelievable. First quarter that I saw York play, completely impressed, completely flabbergasted by Coach Fitzgerald and how fast they go. There's teams that say they go fast, that do that run and gun offense. They don't go fast. The York offense goes fast. They go fast. And like I said, a lot of people claim to go fast, but they really don't go fast on offense. They don't. And there's offenses that just say, oh, well, we'll take a break here and there. When you want to go fast and you get those plays into the quarterback and that, it's got to be snap, 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 snap. The linemen have to be on the line. That's the most important thing. And York plays fast, and that's a good thing. And like I said, Derek Leonard helped out a lot of teams, especially when people saw what he was able to do with the IHSA in the title games. And Fitzgerald, he's an offensive guru. So big shout out to Fitzgerald and York football. Big shout out to York's defense too. So definitely big shout out to them. And a big shout out to Lions on the big win over OPRF. Camp Point Central wins over Brown County. Camp Point Central looking good again. I talked about Glenbrook South getting the win. Plainfield North wins over Plainfield South. Yorkville beats Plainfield East. Congratulations to the Yorkville Foxes, Coach McGuire. Prospect, Thursday night, gets the big win over Maine South. Congratulations to you, Coach Dan DeBuff. Big shout out to you as well. And again, we're just living in craziness right now, especially with the bigger conferences. The smaller conferences, I think we have a more of a solid idea. I think the big shock was with Montini and St. Lawrence. Dakota, well-deserved win. Congratulations to Dakota on the big one. Well-deserved. Neuqua Valley, definitely, that's a huge win right there. Hinsdale Central won. They beat Hinsdale South. Congratulations to them on that. Rochester won as well. Trying to think of anything else. I think the big thing when we look at the 7-0 was the O'Fallon score. That was quite impressive, and I think this O'Fallon team, they're going to do some serious damage when they get into the playoffs. And where they're seated, hopefully they don't get screwed by seeding. Honestly, hopefully they don't get screwed by seeding. But again, you got some of the bigger schools that are screwing themselves with seeding. And literally, we can talk about it. The team that's okay, they're really, really good, and I put all my trust into them. You got to think about Mount Carmel, a Loyola Academy, a Glenbard West. But again, anything can happen. And that's why you got to love high school football, especially in the state of Illinois. There's so much parity, and I love it. I know people are like, well, you don't like upsets. I love upsets. It's pure craziness. It's awesome. Chaos. But again, it's gonna be interesting, especially when we get to next week with some big games. And definitely a big shout out, by the way, Iroquois West, Seneca are both 4-0. They match up next week. That's going to be a big-time game. That's a big-time game right there. So, yeah, Piatone, Reed Custer. I'm forgetting some other big school games. But, yeah, everything's... Warren Township, you can say, hey, that team is looking good, that they can challenge for state. The Lockport loss, I think they're going to they'll bounce back. So will Naperville North. I think that Rochester lost the Sacred Heart Griffin the first week. I think Rochester just keep plugging away. I'd never ever sleep on Derek Leonard, no doubt about that. Yeah. So, do we have any questions? Make sure you ask questions on Instagram. You can ask questions on Instagram, Facebook. Make sure you ask the questions on Coach Big Pete Facebook page, because I can't see the Deep Dish Football Facebook page. So yeah, big shout to Kyle. I saw the stuff. Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, too, Stillman Valley is the real deal. They are. Stillman Valley is the real deal. And just going down to that central Illinois area, Pekin, Peoria, definitely need to be talked about more. And definitely, I would say keep an eye out for Iroquois West. They have a massive offensive line. Tyson Schultz, their running back, is unbelievable too. Seneca is unbelievable. Their offensive line is killing it right now. Kalen, big shout to Kalen's offensive line on a big win as well. So yeah, Morris had another big win as well. Sterling, big win too. If I'm not mistaken, no, I am mistaken. Not gonna. I thought I was gonna say one score, but no, that didn't happen. Lena Winslow keeps on rolling because it's Lena Winslow. No surprise there. But yeah, so far so good. Any questions? Keep them up. Trying to think of anything else. Lamont wins again. No surprise there. Lincoln Way East wins. That's not much of a surprise either. I think the big shocker was Nico Valley winning. Nico Valley winning. My mind's going blank right now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I think York propels themselves again into that first tier of teams of again 8A. Prospect, Glenbrook South made huge names for themselves. Maine South. I did not know this. They lost their star quarterback. He decided to transfer, and they got another quarterback who's looking good. By the way, big shout to him. Maine South is, even though they lost a key component, they're still looking good. St. Francis won big. Alessio had 4 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken, and he only played the first half against Chicago Christian. Wayne Academy, I'm telling you this right now, don't sleep on Wayne Academy. Wayne Academy looks good. Glenbar Self got the win that they needed, really big time, so it's going to be good. And there's some good Saturday games. That Richmond-Bergen game versus Normal West game is a game I'm looking at, because that Normal West defense is stifling. Loyola versus Brother Rice, another big-time game, too. So, yeah, it should be interesting. Flora versus, there's a Black Diamond game that's also on Saturday as well. And, yeah, so that is about pretty much it. Anything else? Any questions? Any other questions? Ooh. All right. Most impressive team so far? That's a good question, Mr. Thomas. That's actually a good question. I'll say right now, Mount Carmel. Mount Carmel's the most impressive team, because every hurdle that's been in their way, they've been able to clear it, not in a small way, but in a gigantic way. They've been kicking ass. Mount Carmel is impressive. The Mount Carmel Caravan are the real deal. Is that a surprise to anyone? No, because it's not from Mount Carmel Caravan. Blaine Dowling is absolutely killing it. Arrington's killing. That offensive line is doing a hell of a job. That defense is dominating. That secondary, impressive. Mount Carmel is just unbelievable. They're unbelievable. St. Teresa, Wilmington, Lena Winslow. You can say Lena Winslow is always good. So come on. Trying to figure. Reed Custer. I forgot to mention Reed Custer. Reed Custer's blowing people away like it's nobody's business. Reed Custer is unbelievable too. They're looking really good. Sacred Heart Griffin, that's another impressive team too. O'Fallon, another impressive team as well. IC, it's always IC. IC's kicking ass. St. Francis, they're getting there. I was a little bit worried about them. Prospect. Big shout to Prospect too. That's another team as well. So those are most of the teams that have impressed me. But good question, Mr. Thomas. Bob Thomas. You get. All right. Any more questions? Oh, right. All right then. Again, Deep Dish Football Live Wednesday, 7 p.m. DuPage Run and Shoot Show Thursday comes out with me and my co-host Patrick Codo of Naperville Community Access Television. He does a wonderful job. He calls games in the Naperville area as well as we talk DuPage County football. And again, if you have any questions, email me at coachbigpete@fp@gmail.com. If you have stats, big game stats, I need them for my Sunday conclusion article. Make sure I get them. Tweet at me, DM me, email me, coachbigpete@fp@gmail.com. DM me on Instagram. Snapchat me, smoke signal me the stats. I need them for my Sunday conclusion article. Any big game stats, please let me know. And again, thank you guys so much for joining. September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. If you like my work, if you hate my work, if you hate my guts, if you love my guts, if you think I'm a piece of shit, I don't care. Please donate to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. It is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. I'm not taking any tips or donations. Please send to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for joining Breakfast with Coach Big Pete. I will see you Wednesday at 7 p.m. This week might be, I think it's most likely going to be a bye week, but we'll see what happens. I might scout one game. I will let you guys know later today or tomorrow morning as well. But thank you guys so much. Keep an eye out for Sunday conclusion article. Thank you guys so much for joining. Have a lovely day. Enjoy the chaos. Revel in the chaos that is IHSA football, because it's going to keep on happening next week and next week and next week. And it's fun. I really like this. Oh, and almost forgot. I almost forgot this. So, and I apologize for this. 3 months later December will be my last day as publisher of Deep Dish Football. I'm going to do some more fun things on deepdishfootball.com. A little more, some fun things so people can get more involved. And the new publisher will be unveiled the next month. So it should be a lot of fun. And again, just a quick reminder. There are assholes, and I mean assholes, literally assholes, that are saying that they're from Deep Dish Football. They are not from Deep Dish Football. There are only 2 people in the public eye that represent Deep Dish Football. It is me, and it's Patrick Codo, who represents DuPage Run and Shoot Show, who is my co-host. Those are the only 2 people. So if anyone says any bullshit with a fake bullshit Twitter account, and I know I got a pretty good suspicion on who the assholes that are involved are with, some rival competition, whatever. I'm telling you this right now. No, in no way am I going to say, I'll do an article if you send me money, or I'll do an article if you send if you give me your credit card number. That shit will never ever fucking happen, and that's a fucking guarantee. And I apologize for swearing. So the shit stains on society that are texting you or DMing you on Twitter that say they're part of Deep Dish Football, they are not. And as long as I'm published on Deep Dish Football, everything will be free. Everything will be free. And people say, well, will you ask for donations and tips? Yes, but everything is still effing free. It's still free. So the pieces of crap that do that, don't worry, they'll be taken care of. But again, thank you guys so much for your support. The new publisher will be shown next month. And December 19th, 22nd, will be my last day as publisher of Deep Dish Football. Thank you guys so much for joining. Again, I apologize for language, but it pisses me off because I got contacted from parents saying, oh, well, we got a contact from this, yada, yada, yada. He said he was a Lincoln Way East coach, which he was not a Lincoln Way East coach. He was a piece of shit. And they got another contact from another person that said that they can get an article on deepdishfootball.com if you give them $500. That's complete bullshit. Deep Dish Football is free. I interview kids for free. And another thing, too, I interview kids from 1A to 8A. So if you're angry that I interview a kid from 1A or 2A that's going to be a Division III football player, kiss my ass. And this is my last 3 months as publisher, so I can say that with full passion. Kiss my ass. And you're angry that I interview a kid that has a losing record or is going to be a Division III football player, or a player that doesn't want to play college football but wants to play high school football, and I interview him, and you get angry about that. Again, with all polite dignity that I can say to you, you can kiss my ass too. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for joining. Sorry for a little bit of a tirade. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys on Deep Dish Football Live, 7 o'clock on Wednesday.